Welcome to St Kitts and Nevis, also known as the mother colony of the West Indies. Now this video will provide 10 reasons why people love St Kitts and Nevis.
I was just a labor back in 69. Thank you.
Welcome back to my channel and welcome to St Kitts and Nevis, population around 55,000. Now just for context, we have a map here. We have circled St Kitts. St Kitts is a 30-minute flight from Antigua. Now this video will provide 10 reasons why people love St Kitts and Nevis. People love St Kitts and Nevis because of the Brimstone Hill Fortress. Unquestionably the most iconic national park in all of St Kitts and Nevis, the Great Fortress on Brimstone Hill is a daring and striking example of colonial-era military construction. The site started out as a simple cannon battery intended to attack the French forces who were controlling Fort Charles on the headlands a little to the east. However, over the ensuing decades, the citadel grew and grew to become one of the largest in the Americas. Today, it's tagged by UNESCO and offers a glimpse at the formidable engineering projects undertaken. Visitors can come and walk the Great Palisades, watch reenactment battles, and enjoy sweeping panoramas over the island. People love St. Kitts because of the hike up Mount Liamuiga. Soaring to a whopping 1,156 meters above the Caribbean Sea in the heart of St. Kitts Island, the mighty massif of Mount Liamuiga reigns supreme as the highest peak in the Federation and one of the highest in the entire region. Its ridges come dressed with great swaths of misty rainforest and lush tropical savanna, not to mention oodles of hiking trails, most of which weave out from the Belmont Estate to the colossal crater rim up top. Treks to the tip and back typically take a whole day to complete, seeing walkers past primeval groves of old mangrove trees, delve into cloud forests, and take a 360-degree panorama of the ocean. People love St. Kitts and Nevis because of Oualie Beach. Oualie is located just a stone's throw from the ferry docks where boats coming across from St. Kitts pull up, facing the sand-bottom narrows that run underwater between the two islands. A truly wonderful enclave of the Nevis coast, the beach comes lined with blooms of tropical flowers and turquoise-hued timber hotels. There are clusters of royal palms casting their spiny shadows on the ground, while rows of sunbeds and recliners are available for rent. Meanwhile, mojitos and rum punches flow from the beach shack bar, and there are oodles of water sports outfitters offering jet skis and snorkel rentals to boot. People love St. Kitts and Nevis because of the Black Rocks. The Black Rocks are one of the most visible remnants of the historic eruptions that once spewed from the huge crater atop Mount Liamuiga. They can be found tumbling down to meet the Caribbean rollers on the northeastern edge of St. Kitts Island. Craggy and jagged and sprayed by the whitewash of the swells, they shine in the sunlight. It's a truly breathtaking geological wonder to behold, made all the more dramatic by the presence of the roaring whitecaps where the Atlantic Ocean meets the Caribbean Sea. There are oodles of paths and lookout points to enjoy atop the cliffs themselves. People love St. Kitts because of the Scenic Railroad. Encircling the entire island of St. Kitts, from Connery Village to the south of Dieppe Bay Town on the north coast and Brimstone Hill on the west side, this winding railway was once the principal means of transporting sugarcane down from the plantations to the docks for trade. Today, it's been converted into a scenic tourist track, inviting cruise shippers and other travelers to board the historic whitewashed and painted carriages and ride the cliff-top rails. Calypso bands serenade passengers on board, while the views are second to none, taking in the black rocks, the beaches, and the crumbling remnants of countless mill houses and colonial factories. People love St. Kitts and Nevis because of Royal St. Kitts Golf Club. Lanky and wind-blown palms separate the fairways, and the rising volcanic hills of central St. Kitts hem the greens in on all sides. Meanwhile, the frothy rollers of the Atlantic Ocean crash just meters from the pins and tees, while the salty air wafts over the soft contours and undulations of the grassy hills and bunkers. Welcome to the acclaimed Royal St. Kitts Golf Club, one of the highest rated courses in the entire British West Indies. After a recent redesign at the hands of Canadian course architect Tom McBoone, this Marriott-affiliated 18-holer makes for a seriously beautiful and challenging par 71. Traveling golfers, it's not to be missed. People of St Kitts and Nevis because of Basseterre. Set in the shadows of St Kitts' great volcanic ridges and shrouded by the regular silhouettes of colossal cruise ships, energetic little Basseterre has a veneer of an aged Parisian suburb fused with a pretty English village. It's got the same elegant mansions and arcades as New Orleans and comes punctuated with straight-laced Georgian homes to boot. Then there's the lovely Little Circus, one of the epicenters of local life here, crowned by the regal clock cum fountain of the Berkeley Memorial. Also, don't miss the St. George's Anglican Church, built in the 1700s by British settlers, or the roaring terrace of Warner Park, the home of St. Kitts and Nevis cricket. People of St. Kitts because of Frigate Bay. The area of Frigate Bay straddles the two sides of St. Kitts. On its northern edge is where travelers will discover the sprawling Marriott Resort and the aforementioned holes and fairways of the Royal St. Kitts Golf Course, all washed over by the wild Atlantic swells. To the south, named South Frigate Bay, is where the quintessential Caribbean takes over. Cool beach bars line the shore here, with parties erupting in the Shiggity Shack in a melody of rum punchers and reggae throughout the week. The swimming is great on both sides, but expect some hefty waves on the northern side and warmer, shallower Caribbean waters on the south. People of St. Kitts and Nevis because of Pinney's Beach. Ochre-hued and sparkling under the Caribbean sun, Pinney's Beach is perhaps the single most beautiful beach on Nevis. It can easily be reached from Charlestown and comes fringed with pockets of swaying coconut palms and sea vines. The sands are soft and powdery, forming just a narrow strip of cotton white color before dipping and sloping into the sky blue hues of the Caribbean Sea. The whole beach is a whopping 4 miles long, meaning there's always somewhere secluded to settle down, along with plenty of spots for refreshments and water sport rentals. People of St. Kitts because of Cockleshell Bay. Perched on the very southern tip of St. Kitts Island, Cockleshell Bay is an enduring unkept enclave of the Caribbean coast. Ad hoc barbecue joints line its 2 miles of ivory white coral sands, ensuing the smell of Jamaican jerk and Creole spices mixed into the salt-filled air. And on the front of the bay, there are some awesome broadside views of the second largest island in the Federation, Nevis. Vervet monkeys swing and wander by all the while too, and the shore waters are calm and transparent, perfect for a quick dip before heading to nearby Turtle Beach or the Great Salt Pond. The reasons provided in this video are not all the reasons why people love St. Kitts and Nevis. If you've got a reason why you love St. Kitts and Nevis, pop it in the comment section. We'll make another video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Ciao for now!